In today's story, I'm going to tell you about a couple who moved into what they thought was their dream home. But inside that home was a hidden room, a room that wasn't on the floor plan. No windows, no wiring, and no light switch. Just four walls. And a silence that felt like it was listening. Every night, around 2 a.m., the door would slowly open on its own. And what waited inside wasn't just darkness. It was something that was never meant to be seen in the light. So listen to the full video carefully, because this one stays with you after it ends. Nobody noticed the extra room when the house was first sold. It wasn't on the listing. The floor plan didn't mention it. Even the realtor seemed confused when the new owners, a couple named Sean and Lily, found it during their second week. It was upstairs, at the very end of the hallway. A narrow wooden door, painted the same shade of white as the wall. So easy to overlook, almost like it wanted to stay hidden. There was no handle, just a keyhole. And strangely, no key in the entire house fit. But after some fumbling, Sean managed to pick the lock with a pin. The door creaked open slowly, and what they saw inside was nothing. Just an empty, windowless room. Four gray walls, dust on the floor, and no light switch anywhere. No ceiling bulb, no outlet, not even wiring. Sean laughed it off. "Guess it's just a storage room," he said. But Lily didn't feel right about it. There was something heavy about the air in that space, like the room had been sealed off for a reason. Still, they left the door unlocked, and over time tried to ignore it. But every night around 2 a.m., Lily would wake up. Not from noise, not from dreams. Just awake. And always she'd find the hallway light flickering, and the door at the end? Slightly open. Sean thought maybe it was a draft, or that the old house was just settling, so he wedged a chair against it one night, pressed it tight. Next morning, the chair was on the other side of the room, and the door was open again. This went on for days. Then one night, Lily decided to stay up. She sat in bed and waited until 2 a.m., and right on time, the hallway light flickered. She got up, tiptoed down the hallway, and peeked into the room. It was still empty, still dark, still cold. But this time, she saw footprints. Bare, dusty, leading toward the back wall. Only, there was no door back there, no way out, and no way in. The next morning, when she brought Sean to see them, the footprints were gone, and the dust was perfectly smooth again. Sean laughed, said she must have been dreaming. But that night, he was the one who woke up. Except, he wasn't in their bed. He was lying on the cold wooden floor. In that room. The door closed behind him, and in the dark, he could hear breathing. Not his own. Something was there. It never touched him, never spoke. Just stood quietly, somewhere near the back wall. By morning, he was back in bed. The door was shut, and Lily was still asleep. When he told her, she believed him. Because she dreamt of someone knocking on the walls. 3 slow knocks, over and over. They tried locking the door again, even nailed boards across it. But every morning, the boards were gone, and the door stood open. Now they keep it closed with furniture. Not because it works, but because it feels better than doing nothing. They've stopped trying to explain it. Stop trying to understand, because something is in that room, and all it's waiting for is someone to turn on a light. If there was one. Some rooms aren't meant to be entered, and some doors aren't really doors. They're invitations, the kind that don't always wait for you to accept.